Welcome all to episode 11 of Let's Play Humankind at Humankind Difficulty, the over-explained series, where I'm explaining all my thought processes as well as I'm showing the common squatters. So last time where we ended, we had to be making sure that we were building up all our manufactories. So, and we had left up at silk, which we can complete easily here. So you know what? I will just complete it here. So silk is completed. Incense we cannot build. Porcelain are all in the middle territories around this place. So you know what? I will just choose here such that Toledo has gotten sage and maybe it can get yet another one, although it doesn't need it. I think I can keep papyrus. Papyrus is also in two places. Okay, I can build papyrus here at Menkep or papyrus here. And since this is such a core area, although our new cities will all be built up here, so you know what? I think it is perfectly fine for us to build papyrus here also. I mean, the gemstone, we definitely have to build it up here. So I will be building up the gemstone here on here. Yeah, sure. Doesn't matter which one. Gemstone is fine. Gold can only be built in Ashur anyways. So let's just build the gold one here. I think this is perfectly fine. 700 gold. Good. Gemstone we have done. Amber case, I will build it up here in case I want to add it to Nineveh because Nineveh also has no other manufactories. So I will add it up here. So amber case has been now built. Papyrus is left. We could definitely build one here. Then take up all this territory like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 territories in one city. And Nineveh could take other territories in the north, which would not be bad. I mean, Nineveh doesn't need any other territories. That is also a good plan, or otherwise we could give it up here. So I think since this is our core area and I do not concern up with anything, so you know what, I will just make this up here. So the papyrus has now been gained pretty well. Even if we attach it back to our capital, that is still not a bad idea. It is still fine. So now papyrus has also been done. Lead was definitely placed here, so it can be built up here. Perfect. So in this progress, in this way, we have just built up everyone. And the silver was from our city in Habana. Okay, that is good. That's nice. So let us just build it. 700 gold. I like that. So we have effectively built all luxury manufactories, and it's a good idea to check always before you move on, right? Seems a good idea, and I do not think anyone is left. Maybe porcelain is left. I do not know. Oh, porcelain is left. Okay. Since this area anyway has 4, I will be putting up here. Let's just do it. Let us also get the saltpeter up. So porcelain has also now been done. Pearls definitely has been done. So the only one we cannot get really are obsidian and incense, I think. I would say that this probably map has a lot of, the second continent had a lot of incense. So it is fine for us to not get that. We are now quietly building up everything else. We can also attack this territory, make sure that we delete them. Assault, instant resolution, and I can delete them up. In fact, before we delete them up, we can just build a Cathedral Gotica. Is there a good harbor spot somewhere? 16. That looks like a good harbor spot actually to me. That looks like pretty good. 245. Cathedral Gotica 123, and then we can delete it. It is all fine. I will just put the production in St. Basil's Cathedral, and that is all good. Oh, we have yet another curiosity here. And we can come back yet again. So 200 gold yet again. We have a few turns, so we are waiting for St. Basil's Cathedral. And then we can quickly make up some more units. So let's enter. Okay. So the luxury manufactories have all been set up now. So now we are quickly racing towards our final stars. Ransack has been successful, indeed. So where can we put production? Not there. I think this is good. There's also another event. So we can gain +5 money, -2 science, or on 9 cities we can get -10 food, but -35% land, air, and naval unit cost. Wow, for 10 turns.
This
So,
emblematic unit is a symbol of pride and power for your empire. Let's hope they're worth the price.
so indeed, this is the time to be building up units. Forget about building the wonders. We have 35% bonus, right? We cannot let this one go. Get this up and get on here. Remove this one. It's fine. Our, our, our
With
capital can
30
handle
makers'
that.
quarters, one starts to wonder if strategy has been replaced by obsession.
He can give some rough words, right? 2518 is good. Uh, this is also good, not a problem, I think. We can attach one here. So Hamlet, Cathedral Gotica, and we should start building up some conquistadors. So gunner units are very good to build because they upgrade to a line infantry, which are even more stronger. So Madrid, indeed. We need to start building up areas. I will attach here. So you get 4 plus 4. Okay, we will gain one more population in one turn, then we will attach it. You will just come here. That's good. A curiosity just spawned because there was no one claiming this territory, and we got 90 influence and 100 science. I'm not complaining about that. You just stay here for a few turns. You can stay there silently. You can also stay there silently. Everything looks good. There is no other grievance that I keep on seeing, so everything looks perfectly good. We just have to make sure that Plosef is under control, right? Plosef will be trying to expand and maybe is definitely not happy with us. It's aggressive, but just right now he cannot declare war. So we have to make sure that we are ready. So you know what, our units, you should be coming back here. We are going to probably have yet another war with Plosef, in which he will probably try to declare freedom. That is a good idea, but it will just not work for him, I think. Okay, let's build the cathedrals and let us start building our maker squadron. We need a lot of infrastructure. In fact, we are so far behind infrastructure. We need production and infrastructure like no tomorrow. We need tea here, and tea also needs to have another manufactory complete. You know what, I had forgotten to make the tea manufactory, so I will just make it one here. This one, very close to this. Okay, 5 out of 4. Okay, so you know what, attach this area. We gain a lot of production. One turn, a Cathedral Gotica. Indeed. But first, let us build units everywhere, right? I think even Huato should be building units. You are 39 out of 31, right? But you would need to build up barracks. Okay, barracks. And then an armory. Armory. Indeed, an armory would be good. 2 turns. How about Nineveh? Cathedral Goticas are good, but even if you remove it, it will then complete in 2 turns. Okay, we want it in 1 turn, but we then want barracks for sure. And we want armory to be available just after this. And we will build some units from all of our cities up here. You also need to build up barracks and armories. And then we will build up quite a lot of places. Okay. Onok can maybe take over one of these ones. 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4. I mean, Nineveh can always take anything else, whatever they want. So I will be attaching this one here. Expansionist star has been earned. And yes, so let us build this up. Okay, not needed. 1700, it will be done in 1 turn. So I will get this up running, and then
The written word was previously available to a small, often wealthy
sway
elite.
and stay humble?
Now, knowledge
world is
and
about to find
propaganda
out.
can be.
in some of the texts, sometimes the narrator is narrating also what is happening behind, so it gets a little bit messy. We are going for mercantilism to make sure that we are up in business. And you know what? While we have to be up in business,
Mass dissemination. But will it be of information or of propaganda?
both. Thank you. A new
The
wonder can
formal
be
name
claimed.
of the cathedral is as ornate as the place itself. Cathedral of the Intercession of the Holy Virgin on the Moat.
Indeed. This one looks even extra beautiful all along. Our capital is so good, right? Territory has been demilitarized. Yeah, let it be okay. Let's just come here out. And okay, let it be demilitarized. Let you be silent there. I want to settle yet another city up here. Right? That will get us up how far? Right? We are right now at minus 370. That will get us up to like minus 700 or something. But it is very good for stability. And since this is the one with manufactory, right? So it would be this area, the area with the wonder, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this all sounds pretty good to me. So I will start up yet another city here, Scraptown, for 8,560. We are at 2,600 influence. We are not going to lose that much. Yeah, 500, it's fine. Although we are at minus 820 from city cap, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Realistically, it truly doesn't matter. Okay, where is this one? 3 here. Uh, okay, I think that is a good idea. So, Maker's Quarter, another Maker's Quarter, a third Maker's Quarter. Then a Cathedral Gotica up top. Then we can attach some more territories. I will definitely be attaching the bottom one, 3 out of 4 plus 1 in 5. In fact, we can attach even right now. And we can build 2 different Cathedral Goticas, and let us see. Okay. That is good enough. 1. Build the hamlet. That should be good enough. And Cathedral Goticas might be fine to build like here. We will lose a little bit production, But does it even matter realistically? I don't think so. Okay, let the hamlet be built in 2 turns. That is good. We have yet another city, Seville. With Madrid, this is now 5 out of 4, so it will reduce in population again. So before the population reduces, we have yet another event or yet another civic choice. I don't want to choose these ones, although on common squatter we can get +2 influence and +5 stability. Okay, what? Really? So we will get from 21, 29. Do we want to take any other things anywhere that might reduce our stability? How about this one? On capital, +10 food, money, production, and science. I think
Do
I
you
will take
really want
this.
to punish them for the unmeditated crime of being born elsewhere?
Indeed, I will. And we will take free arts. So we will go from 21, 29. Let's see.
If art is to speak and show the truth, you can't gag and bind it.
Watch me. Okay, you are also here. Okay, let us keep all of these ones silent up. Sirmum, have we already? Oh, I can make a client state. Pretty nice. And I will just attach this territory up in Madrid so that we gain 5 more population. Conquistadors can be built. Nineveh is building up armory, and Huato can actually finish up armory and can now build a bunch of conquistadors, right? 567, pretty good. Okay. Cultural conversion has ended. It might have ended, but we are now going to fight for the culture again at this point. So we are not losing the war, a culture war at all here. This is perfectly fine too. We do not need to build up any place else. Saltpeter can be built here. We can attach this territory. This is 3 out of 4 plus 1 in 1 turn. So in 1 turn we will get the 4th population here. So let us end turn. A lot of our cities have started to gain a lot of population.
I would not put myself in this position if I feared the consequence.
Oh, he is getting some leverage. Let us see if we can collect that leverage. Is anybody else getting that leverage up? Any leverages up? No. It feels good. I think it will probably get collected from the top. So let me also bring this one here just for safety. At this point, the game starts to become very, very quick because you can build so much so quickly, right? And that is always true. These kind of games always get very, very sharp in the second half of the playthrough. So we attach the 3rd territory here, Niamian. We can build a cathedral Gotica through here and some market quarters if we want to. I think that is definitely possible. So we will let that be done. Vato will build some. Nineveh will build some. Okay, the armory is complete. Let us start building. Is there any other building which needs this one? No. So, let us just build 4. Not too much. And, I will even complete the Cathedral Gotica. So, 4, not too much. Our knight has been attacked by 2 knights. And where are our other units? How about this? Right? Okay. We receive yet another matters. Press freedom. Minus 20% cost of enacting and cancelling civics. I think this is very good. So I will also choose
If
this one.
different opinions can't be heard, people might end up believing whatever ridiculous things the government says.
Indeed, they will. And this particular doctrine is now active. That was about to be active around like 2 episodes ago, I think. So now we are in the final stages. We have to build few techs. Army defenses are good for getting +1 unit. Carracks are very good because they are 56 combat strength and they can attack on land, right? Which means that if you build carracks and if you attack cities, coastal cities with carracks plus units, you can easily clear off entire armies with it. Siege cannons is obviously very important, but for Ottomans indirectly, while we will go for flintlock, bastion is good, mortars are good, man of war is good. You know what? I will just go in normal order. It's fine. You can also just remain here for a few turns. Okay, you can also remain here. It is good. So we are building quite a lot of stuff. Our maker squadron is about to get completed in 2 turns. Then we can think about we have to build up a lot of actually. We have to build a lot of cathedral gotica, so I cannot even spend time on that. A new grievance has been generated. Of course, we are going to go for that grievance. Let us see if we get there or not. It's hard to say whether we will get there or not. Habana has gained yet another population. They are at 33. Timir has converted. Nianim has converted. Gumala has now converted to our religion. We now have a civics vote. +20 war support after winning a battle against an imperialist empire. Prohibits action vassalize empire. No way. No way. Freeze all current vassals and generate grievances against empires with vassals. No way. Vote imperialists. I have so much leverage that I just instantly win this one, right? No way. I'm not allowing to be Plosef to be freed. He will just start attacking us. I mean, what even is that? And why would I even allow that to happen? Okay, Habana already has 3, 4, and 5th. So I think this one we should build. Does this one already have a harbor? Okay, it has a harbor. But one more cathedral gotica. I could build it up there, right? And then build the science quarter here. I think that would be good. +3 food, +4 gold. All good. This is all good. It will be completed in 1 turn.
Generous. A very generous proposal.
Interesting.
So
We
this
will
is
reflect
another
upon it.
intelligence coalition. I have no issues with
You
it. You know
are
what?
as just as you are wise. Let's make it so.
This is wonderful! I am pleased.
Indeed, Knox. I am also pleased. Let me buy all your stuff. You are the liege of Queen
All those
Gardens.
of honest intent may have my ear.
Pretty good. I want full production. Let us just buy everything up. I will even buy all the saffron, all the coffee. I will buy everything from you. Come here.
If I cannot teach you wisdom, I will teach you regret.
Come on. We are friendly. Why are you talking like that? Let me buy everything from you so that you remain happy, right? Okay. Maybe shared logistics?
We would all.
Good. We cannot do any treaty with you, I think. So let me also check that. Can we do treaties with somebody who is in a
Go
liege?
ahead.
We can do this one,
We would
not the other
all
ones.
benefit.
It is fine.
You've been ambushed, and the battle starts now.
I've been ambushed? Where? Okay, let me check. Where have we been ambushed? Oh, somebody had ambushed our diplomat. But okay, that doesn't even matter. Because they were all our allies, so they're not allowed to attack our units, right? So I gained just some more leverage. That is not bad. I mean, that is pretty nice. That would explain why there is this crisis. Attacked my envoy, and because Gardings was like Gaidin is vassal of Icarus, so when she attacked my envoy, the leverage was here. Pretty nice, good. Cathedral Gotica. Uh, this one sounds good in my eyes. We could build some market quarters here if we wanted, right? Nothing bad. We all have a lot of surplus happiness everywhere, and we are only few turns away from making sure that we end up this era. So how about this, right? I will attach this territory 5 out of 4, and oh, can we build a hamlet here? 1423 sounds pretty good. 730 also sounds good, but no. Cathedral Gotica, 1 turn each. So 1 turn both of them, then we will take up 1 or 2 more territories. 1 turn, I think I want you to 1 turn Cathedral Gotica, and that. I would then want you to take over this particular territory. We can build 3 research quarters here. So you know what, I will attach this one. I will build Cathedral Gotica like right here, right? 3, 2. Is this a good idea? I don't know. But I think it doesn't matter realistically. Let it be built in 1 turn also. It is fine. Bahamas is pretty nice. Sure. Okay, you build that one there. This looks like not a good idea, but where are the other ones? Okay. One can be built in this territory, which goes like here. Okay, so that one, there should be yet another wonder where we can surround all our common squatter, right? So if we place one here, okay, how about if we remove this one here, right? So this territory already has the Cathedral Gotica built. I would have wanted to build one here and one here then. Sad. Maybe then I can build the next one here and here. Okay, so I can remove this Cathedral Gotica. Forget about that. Forget about that one. Okay, let me just put it there for now. Oh. This is getting very complicated. Where to put all these ones? Really hard to say. Okay, let me just build it up there. You can obviously build it up there. So you are the one which is guaranteed. Let us just build all the 3 in turn. We have 3 turns to go over this. Just wait here, heal, heal. You can just go to sleep here. Why have you moved here? I think you were in the city. That is fine too. Are there more Cathedral Goticas to be built? Indeed there are. Oh wow. That is not so pog. No. Build these ones first. We are going to move to the next era very, very quickly. We want the fourth territory attached to, I think, right? Where are our next cathedral goticas? This one, 7, 4, 3, 12. 312 is better. Build this one up here. End turn. So we gained this territory. Naval artillery has been researched. We are now like 2 turns away from going up the era. The last scientist star has also been earned. We are definitely far away from our third merchant star, and we are actually close to our diplomat star and to our aesthete star. Okay, 2.6 turns, so we are 4 turns away. I think I will wait 4 turns then. It is not too bad to wait 4 turns. And with that, I can build 2 of this, attach Ashlesha, and just attach yet another cathedral gotica. That would be good. Our units can move around. Okay. You come back here. You go back here. All the regions have at least one in case we get any more grievances. Let us forgive the
Hello.
grievances then.
I always look forward to our.
Indeed. But those grievances have now been taken, so we cannot take them anymore. So I will forgive those grievances, renounce.
Friend.
No other crisis with
Yes.
her.
Friends of.
No crisis with her.
Yes, it is.
No. Oh, we have a crisis with you. Okay. Oppressing my people. Really? Is my religion actually coming here?
Congratulations on
Oh,
your
it is.
amazing
My religion is
performance.
actually coming
You
here.
will be remembered as a leader among leaders, the first among.
I will still renounce this. Thank you. I had not realized this. That sounds excellent. Our faith is becoming so strong. Onok, you know what? Do we need to move you somewhere? 11 to. Yeah, sure. 11 to minus 8. That sounds about right. Right. Onok, take over this one. Make another cathedral gotica. Have you made the barracks? No, that would take all of you too much time, but maybe. Unuk has made no armies, but okay, it's fine. Unuk was also lacking behind quite a lot, so you need to build manufactories, right? Manufactories. Then watermill. Watermill has not been completed. Get the watermill first, then high furnace. Produce everything with industry. You know, just do everything yourself. You are a little bit late. Get here, get here. It's fine. Don't worry about it all. Okay, you
Will do.
Toledo. Toledo should now be pretty safe, right? I mean, now it should not be getting attacked. Is this a manufactory? Indeed it is. So I will be attaching this to Toledo, and we can make the cathedral goticas here, as well as getting this one here, this one here. So cathedral goticas and 2 hamlets. That should be good. We will have 4 areas attached here. We can attach maybe even a 5th one if we want. That's not bad. The gemstone manufactory is also here. This is artisan's quarter. This is artisan's quarter. This is a manufactory that we see. Okay. So I will not attach this area. And this is the one porcelain manufactory. So I will not also attach this particular area too. That's not POC. Then which area can I even attach? Habana has 4, so you can attach one more. Okay, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I can attach this particular area still. Or Or I may just settle one more city, right? One more city here. Or do I want two more cities here? I don't know. Hard to say. You go a little bit out. Fine. Havana. Now I need you to build all your infrastructure. First, start with production. Uh, if you move very quickly, fast through the eras, which is what I have shown, then this is what it ends up as, right? That you are just racing against time to build everything up, while it feels like you can never catch up on production no matter what you do. This is the case precisely because we are building too quickly everything up. Okay, not the Dunu, but I will be attaching this particular one up, and I will be building Cathedral Gotica can be built. How about a hamlet? 2118. What is this? I don't know what that ruin is, but 2118 sounds good to me. And a Cathedral Gotica on this side. On the right side, it's fine. So let us build a Cathedral Gotica, then this one, and a hamlet. Then we finally build our Dunu. And Huato finally has 5 territories also. So Huato is pretty stable, nice. All of the cities should be stable, right? Indeed, they are all pretty stable, Habana, 94% surplus, 29% surplus. Seville is 24% surplus. Barcelona is 11% surplus, with only 3 areas. I will be attaching this 4th area on the next turn, actually. With Barcelona, we might need to either settle up this area because this is just too far ahead in front of us, right? Oh, 1420, I definitely do not have enough gold, okay? Then we cannot do anything with that. Seville also has 2, so Seville needs to attach also another territory at least. This one here at least, right? A lot of territories need to be attached. Okay. Flintlock has been researched, so we are 1 turn away. Diplomat star has finally been earned. Allies are in need. Okay, acknowledge. I am not going to take care of that. Right? I am not going to fight anyone else's battle. But Seville, you need to build up another Cathedral Gotica. Just build it up in 1 turn here. Barcelona, you need to build up a Cathedral Gotica. Let's build it up on top. Okay, what happens if you build it up here? -2. +2 sounds better to me. So 1 turn Cathedral Gotica, 2 of them. Bahama only has 3 areas, so this is the 4th area. So you know what? Indeed. And you can settle up this -21, 28. Nice. Okay, so another three cities will have Cathedral Goticas up. That all sounds good. Ashur can get then this one up. Its last Cathedral Gotica. Madrid can get some more, but it's not needed, but it's fine. Unok also has instant. Okay, so in 1 turn up, we are going to choose another culture to move on. Now, penance seekers, this is yet another event. We can be tolerant, we can be patriotic, yet another 25% industry cost. But we could be fanatical. Where is this target, right? Where is this from? Tejat. Oh, where is Tejat? This one here. I mean, fanatical doesn't even make sense. Neither does patriotic. You know what? Fanatical, it makes the most sense. Since this is not within our city, so it cannot be used to make any production, right? Production of units. Then the only thing we can do is to make sure that at the very least we have more faith. At least something. Just stay silent here. Good. Stay silent here. Good. Oh, no, that will be collected. We don't have time to move to there. It's fine. Okay. Okay. We are actually racing quite far. Ah, I might want to wait 2 turns, right? Yes, I think I might want to wait. We are at 94.5, so let's say like 95. We are at 3k per turn, so in 2 turns we will get the aesthete star. That sounds good. That actually sounds pretty good. Pretty pog. So I might wait. I might wait. I will wait for sure. I will attach this one territory. So next turn, end turn. Since we are waiting few more turns, so we have settled Madrid, okay? And we already see these are all very hugely capable units. We could probably get some more, but I think it's fine. So with Madrid, Mulfred, get this territory up, right? Makers Market, Cathedral Gotica, 3-7. That sounds so good. Make this one. So Madrid will hopefully also still be stable, not bad. Onuk has taken up 4 territories. This one also has 4. You have 4 extra. You have 4 extra. You have 5 extra actually. Bahama has 4 extra. You only have 3 extra. You only have 3 extra. You only have 3 extra. You have 4 extra. Okay. So Toledo, with Toledo, I want to take up 1 more, right? Should I take the porcelain one? Yeah, I think porcelain is fine. I mean, if we are going to take at least one area, then better take around this side, right? So let's take this one. Put a Cathedral Gotica around here. Make this one in 1 turn. So we will be getting some aesthete star in 1 turn, right? And then we will be able to move on. So with Seville, I think I can take this territory. With Barcelona, I would probably take this territory up, right? Barcelona and Seville are just so weirdly shaped cities, right? It's fine. Not the worst, I guess. Could have been much worse, right? 4th, 5th. Actually, we need to take this territory with Barcelona. That explains it. Okay. Somebody is attacking us. Okay. Retreat. I want to make sure that you are not an auto explorer, otherwise you will just hit this one again. I definitely do not want to do that. We have quite a lot of client city states. Good. So what is our progress? How are we progressing? We have to be making the high buildings. And we should be rising in population very quickly too. So let us be here just for safety in case we get attacked up front. Might be a good idea to be like here. Okay, good. So with Seville, I have not produced any units, so that may not be good. But at least with Barcelona, I have. So we actually have quite a lot of units to defend in case we get randomly attacked by Plossev. Where Plossev can try to declare independence, and then if we do not accept it, then we will be at war with each other. So I need to make sure that I can fight him off. Make sure that we are close enough that we can fight him off. Okay, that all sounds good. He's here with 5. Okay, that is just pretty rough. Okay, all of this is here. And at this point, you already see that we are playing the game also very quickly for a reason that we don't need to spend so much time, and we are so far ahead right now that it doesn't matter for this era. And some of the later turns of an era anyway takes very less time because a lot of the actions are auto
Tell me
actions.
about yourself.
Oh, she is no longer aggressive but only suspicious. Okay, I mean she has a right to be suspicious. I've taken at least two cities with him and Guato from Burley, who I've even eliminated. They have a right to be suspicious about that. No, I could eliminate them, but let's just move on. Okay, in one turn, Cathedral Goticas will get completed. I want to complete my Maker's Quarter first. Let's see that the Cathedral Goticas, wherever it needs to be, is up front. Then I want to produce all the manufactory buildings. Make sure we are producing as much production as possible. As much production as possible has to be produced because we are really getting behind production. We are not keeping up with our production at all. And that usually happens in the late game very easily because the production cost of the buildings are so much high. It's like 2200 production. Unless you have like 2000 production or something at this point, you cannot keep up, which is what is happening to our capital. But it's fine. We will end turn, get this up rolling. A new wonder can be claimed if we want. We could claim Brussels Hall, Hotel des Invalides, or Taj Mahal. Has the Great Zimbabwe been claimed? Indeed, by Plosif. Are you are you really building that? Oh, that is so good. Okay, let this one be here. Fine. We are getting attacked here by an aggressive free people. So you know what? You can just be here. It's fine. Civic osmosis. Imperialists plus 10 war support after winning a battle. Okay. Okay. And we can enact that for free. Acknowledge. Population gain acknowledge in like 7 cities. Good. Havana, Toledo. All of our cities are gaining in population. And you also see that despite minus 820 from city cap, we have so much influence production from cities that it hardly matters. Even the new cities produce like 154 influence. So if you have like minus 100 influence in any city, it doesn't even matter. So therefore, they have definitely increased it exponentially, minus 820. But even minus 820, if you're like three above city cap, so all the three produce like 150 influence each. And it's not only influence, right? It's also money, science, a lot of food, and a lot of units and everything. So it's always better to be like, I would say, two or three above city cap around this time in early modern. And I would say by the end of the game, even be like four above city cap. I think even that is good enough. We can enact this for free. I think this is not a problem. Our cities need to build up something. I will build the high furnace and then the manufactory. I will set it up. You can go by yourself. You can stay silent. You can stay silent. You can stay silent. You can stay silent. Okay. And we do not press enter, right? Plosef finally has gone to the reached the early modern era, going from Bulgarians to the Poles. I did say, right? The Poles are very strong. So all of them are finally starting to move on, at least some of them. But I'm so far ahead, I think this is not even a real competition at this point. I have to just race away to the final era. I'm already at 20k. And if we look at this era, we look at the options, how many stars we have got, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18, 19, 20, 21. So this is what I say, right? Around 20 stars is the high water mark that we will be ever getting. And 15 is pretty good already. I would say 12 to 15 is good. 15 to 20 is excellent. I would say 18 to 20. And 24 is the maximum. So I would say anything above 20 is par excellence. And this is our particular fame. So let us make our choice, right? We have already achieved the third aesthete star this turn, right? We have gained the aesthete star. New wonder can be claimed. Aesthete star was gained. So now we can make a choice, right? Which options to choose. Now, the first one, which we have, the garrison's commons quarter. This is much more essential for garrisons because this gives plus 10 science on every garrison. Excellent one, actually. If you get a lot of garrisons, plus 10 science on every garrison can really scale. This is still a militarist culture, so great actually if you want to keep expanding militarily. But you can expand militarily regardless of whether you have a military culture or not. Still, it is a gunner, experienced, bonus combat strength for experienced units. So Ethiopians can be actually very, very strong, and they do provide a lot of stability, a lot of science, and a lot of. So they are decent, although I do not rate them very highly. Scots, I do rate a little bit highly because they have a unique research quarter, although they are still a diplomat culture. I rate them highly also because of their science reduction cost that everybody else has researched. Also, plus 3% science per agreement signed, which can really be a very high amount, like something like 20, 30% overall, or even much more, which can really be very strong. And it is an empire wide thing that you don't need to do anything for, so it is a very good trait. Colleges are also very good, plus 3 science, plus 2 science on every research quarter in that city. So all of this combined in multiple different territories can mean a lot of science actually. I do rate them like kind of like A, close to A. I would say A tier. Persians, I think, are kind of the top tier because they're a builder culture. All builder cultures are top tier right now with their seats getting nerfed. But they also have minus 10% shared project industry and minus 20% on all constructible industry cost, which means they have such a huge production bonus, right? This is basically like 25% or even more production bonus to everything. On top of that, they have a makers market quarter, and makers quarter are always very essential. So they gain a lot of money, a lot of production, still only a trader slot, not a worker slot. Still, maker's quarter is still pretty good. So you have adjacencies everywhere. So Persians, I would rate as one of the best ones in this era. Argentinians now, I would say, are A tier, and if only because of their salted beef, which is made up by making this emblematic district, the Saladero, which makes salted beef, exploits it, so it gives minus 10% army upkeep. And obviously, you understand, right, that if you have multiples of this in a city, then there is literally no army upkeep almost, like this, like 30% or 40%, even less than that. And you have even minus 1% army upkeep per salted beef on army. So you can reduce the army upkeep to the point that you can basically have free armies. And since you have farmer and trader slots per luxury and strategic deposits, so you can get quite a lot of farmer and trader slots. Farmer slots I'm not too happy about, but trader slots are pretty good to earn more and more money. And they are a merchant affinities culture, so they get a lot of gold. I rate them pretty highly. Austro-Hungarians, they have a common quarter, yeah, plus 1 stability per district in territory. But if you build anything around common quarter like I have, you anyway have a lot of stability. Their special unit, emblematic unit, is also a gunner unit, stealth. But I do not feel like it is very strong. I would actually have to try a full playthrough with stealth units, and maybe I will do so one in the future to see how strong they are. But otherwise, they are in aesthete cultures, and they, I think, are pretty weak, even with such a good ability, right? Plus 1 influence on district, plus 1 influence on emblematic district. Still, I think that they are pretty weak. The British, oh, sorry, I actually do not like them. For a particular reason, their emblematic district colonial office is a good market quarter, but it can only be built when you are like the liege of a certain civilization. So, like I am for Prosef in this game. That is just so bad, right? I mean, I don't want to build it in only other civilization territories. I want to increase my own gold. And of course, this increases my gold quite a lot, and it still has a lot of adjacency. But how many lieges or how many vassals you are going to get? And if you're going to get multiple vassals, it is very hard to get this one rolling very good. They're an expansionist one, so I understand the idea that you can conquer everything just like the British did and set offices everywhere. It sounds good, but it doesn't work out, in my opinion, that well. French, I have already shown in my first playthrough on the channel, is the only S tier culture uh, of this era that I would say, because this is a science era civ, right? And as I said, because we have +1 era available to research, and the next era is the second last era, and the sixth era is the last. That means that the French can automatically research the last era text. So forget about researching anything in the fifth era. You can instantly research things from the sixth era and quickly finish up the game. In fact, in my first playthrough, I had reached the French with the French in the industrial era around turn 126 or 130, and around 160, 165, I finished up the game with science victory. I just beelined everything through. 10% science, very strong. This is +2 science per number of trade routes on city or outpost, right? And we have so many trade routes, especially in our capitals. And every one our capital territories, this can be like 200 science per turn. At that point, our science per turn can go from like 6,000. I think I had assigned something like 20 or 30,000, right, within 5 turns. So you can just burn the entire tech tree within 2 turns. I was actually at a point where I was researching not only these techs in 3 or 4 turns, but I was researching the end techs in 2 or 3 turns, 2 turns each at one point, around like turn 150 or something. So the French, extremely strong, the only S tier safe. So if you're in a peaceful game, you can just go French, just beeline. Germans, on the other hand, are pretty good actually. They're a military ship, but they have a very good U-boat, which can be very good for naval battles, I would say. The iron ordnance is also pretty good because they do have a lot of minus unit industry costs. So you can, if you're going for war and if you're making units, it might be good. But normally when I go to war, I want to be upgrading my units because I want to have them all veterancy up. So not that great for me, but the cooking works is good, right? It adds a little bit of pollution, but it is industry per population. And anything per population at this point is very, very strong. And they also give +3 industry per maker's quarter, +1 worker slot on city or outpost. It's a maker's quarter normal. So the cooking work is so strong, it really makes the production go sky high. Because of which the Germans can quite compete with quite a lot of other ones. Hawaiians are also good. Hawaiians I actually do not like too much. They're an agrarian one, so they have a lot of food. And actually, they will be able to get a lot of food. +1 food per adjacent coastal water, +15 food per adjacent ocean. I think I had used this one in my first playthrough on the channel here. But you see the 5 influence per workers, it's fine, but it's not good enough to make this a true high tier culture. Now, Italians, on the other hand, I would say are a very strong culture for multiple reasons. They are an aesthete, which is a negative actually. So this is not good. Aesthete cultures I do not like here in this era. But what they have is +10 stability on commons quarter. But more than that, +1 influence on every commons quarter and -50% commons quarter industry cost. So all the commons quarter that you have left in your queue, everything will be reduced. That is pretty good. Teatros are pretty good. They are a commons quarter. I think so, right? Oh no, they are not a commons quarter actually. That means the teatros do not work that well, but still they have +1 influence per trader per researcher. They anyway have +1 influence and they get +2 influence per adjacent commons quarter. So they can actually have very high influence very quickly. But what is the best about them is the Alpini. The Alpini is a unique gunner unit which has a very unique trait, cliff crosser. So it can cross cliffs. So in any map, if you have a lot of cliffs, so let us say something like, not this one, but here, right? So the Alpinis can attack through this side. And in a lot of places, if you already saw that I was having difficulty going either through cliff, or I had to be careful not to initiate a fight here, or otherwise I could get cornered, or otherwise you want to put units, range units there so that you can fire freely. You cannot do that against the Italians. The Alpines can absolutely cross those boundaries and will murder your units pretty effectively. So that because of which I think the Italians are near A tier, purely because of the Alpini, in my opinion. These ones can provide a lot of stability, but you are not usually not building a lot of common squatter. We are only building common squatter because they are our unique emblematic districts, not because I think in this entire playthrough I have not built a single right. I have not built a single normal common squatter. Right, this is the normal common squatter. I have not built a single one of them. Right, I have just been building our unique common squatter, which is still fine. Obviously, that is just how I am showing the playthrough. But the abilities are not too strong. The Alpini is excellent, strong. Mexicans, they are an agrarian civ, although this becomes a little bit late for agrarian, but still not too late. Since they have plus 10% food in all cities, this is a passive ability trait. So excellent, I would say. Soldaderas are good too. All unique abilities at all unique units at this point are kind of gunners. Gunners take over the entire game here, but they are guerrilla fighters, right? Which means enemies have to spend a lot of effort trying to uncover them and especially attack you, so they cannot remain at range. That is pretty good. And they even have the haciendas provide a lot of food, plus one food and plus three food per adjacent farmer's quarter, and plus one food and tile producing food. So this is very much like Haudenosaunee, which was like I think the medieval or the early modern era culture, right? So it is very much like this. And if you have multiple haciendas in your city, the food rises pretty quickly. Russians, Russians, I think, are pretty weak. They have a religious district which has some faith and stability, and some in health regeneration, but that is just not good at all. They are an expansionist save who have a decent unit, but nothing too great. I rank them pretty weak, like D tier even. Siamese are pretty good because they have plus 3 industry per district on all cities. So if you have a lot of districts, which you will have something like let's say 20, you will have a lot of industry everywhere. And their floating market is kind of like a harbor, not exactly, it doesn't replace the harbor, but it must be placed on coastal water or lakes. So if I showed this one in my coastal or my harbor playthrough, and it provided a lot of gold there. So you can definitely get a lot of gold plus one money generated from ongoing trade, a lot of gold, a lot of production. So this is still pretty good. The Zulus are a militaristic but much more defensive because the imps are much more stronger when they are attacking stronger units. So if you are slightly behind tech, or if you want to fight against even more stronger gunner units, then imps, as is historically true, are pretty good. They do have combat strength on supplied units, so if you can get supplied, so if you are defending, it is very good. Then your units will be very strong, and you have a unique garrison farmer squadron. I would still rate them normal. I would still say the strongest one is still French. Then maybe the Persians. Oh, the Persians because of their production. So what options do we have, right? I mean, obviously we can again keep on going with Spanish, Ethiopians, Scots, Persians, but I will choose the Italians. I will choose the Italians. I think we have the highest stability. That is not will be a problem. We will have a lot of influence generation, and all our remaining common squatter in our queues will become half cost. And the theaters will still provide a lot of influence. We will just have to scale up our production. So we started with 3,121, right? 3121 influence per turn. Let us choose this one, Italians. Let's go.
The world gets larger, the cities expand, buildings reach higher, and roads stretch longer. And yet, the world gets smaller as bridges unite lands, towns congest, and railroads bring distant goods to the doorstep. Anything seems possible in this wondrous future. Though as humankind grows, the planet itself appears to shrink. Even centuries after the Renaissance, Italy remains a hotbed of painting, culture, ideas, and short tempers.
Nice. We have reached the industrial era as the Italians, and we already have 4 stars, right? A military star, agrarian star, expansionist star, builder star. Good, good to know about that. We acknowledge it, of course. I know we have a lot of stars. Acknowledge, acknowledge. Okay, let us remove all of this. So we went from 3146 to or 3121, 3212, I think it was around. So around 100, right? So this is all just from the base ability, right? Plus 1 influence on common squatter. That is how much common squatter we have built, which makes sense. We have like what? Tens of territories, like, so obviously we have built a high number of common squatter. And this is the cultural blitz ability which has been nerfed. So for a certain amount of gold, we can get culture. But you see how much influence we are getting, like 1034, and it starts with a fixed amount right now, and it will scale up going as whenever we use this ability every 10 turns. This ability used to be very strong, because right now in the beginning of the game, I think this gives like what, 50 influence or even low. Previously it used to give like, like 300 influence, which would which allowed the estate cultures to get the second, third, and fourth cities the fastest. In fact, you could in a peaceful game 4 cities in 30 turns or 35, 40 turns with estates. So they had a very huge early start, but in starting the mid game, I mean, at this point, 1000 influence is not going to do pretty much anything for us. So the estate ability is pretty much wasted. Now it's not useful in the early game. Now it's not useful in the late game. It's no longer useful at all.
A pl-
Let me check all other grievances. No, we are not having anything. Okay. A grievance has been forgiven. Heresy. Because I'm reaching a new era, so all of them are getting triggered, because all of them have the certain religious civic active, right? Which was which one? Religious hostility. I think all of them have this active. Adds a new religious grievance, so which is heresy, which is fine. I'm not going to adopt their religion, right? I mean, they have all adopted my religion, and hopefully my religion will come even more strongly into there, right? I hope so. That I would like it to spread everywhere as much as possible. But at this point, what are the things we need to do? First, I think we can start with cultural blades. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I will just select this region so that it gets converted. This region. Okay, all our region has been converted. But I will still put it here because these are all 72%, 70%, 63%. This is 72%. Okay, let me just select this, just to make sure that we will keep fighting Ploseff's influence. And Ploseff made yet another city. What is this Ploseff? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if you want to make a city with 1 territory, I mean, you are your own boss. Go ahead. Pretty nice. So now we have reached the next era as the Italians. I think then we can continue in the next episode, starting with the text and what things to choose around. So I will be making a save here. Then hopefully we can go ahead next time, right? I think that will be pretty good. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And if so, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you all. See you all next time. Goodbye. Bye bye.